come I do not have an intro, but I have a big project on my hands. In this episode of our base game zoo, we are going to be starting something that is definitely going to be taking multiple videos to finish. I'll talk about that in a second. First of all, if you are new here or if you've forgotten, our base game zoo is a zoo where we are only building using the pieces from the base game, and the goal is to build for all the base game animals so that everyone, regardless of what expansion packs that person might be using, will be able to tour and look at this zoo. And also as a challenge to me, obviously, and also to say that the base game is still pretty amazing. It has a lot of pieces and it has a lot of useful pieces. So that is basically what this series is about. And what I thought we would do next is bring in the bears. And there is 3 bears in the base game. And I wanted to build for all of them. So they kind of have this area that is sort of conjoined. Obviously they can't see each other, but for the visitors it'll be like, I kind of want to call it a bear trail, but maybe I'll come up with a more creative name. But basically the visitors can, walk more or less in a circle and see the different bears. And I wanted to start with just one of the enclosures, but then I thought, what if I, join all of their indoor sections together into a big building / staff area, which that is kind of a problem because in one of the other series we're also going to be working on a staff area soon. And I feel like lately we've really been working a lot on anything that is not animals. It's just the way that it is kind of happening right now, unfortunately. But yeah, I don't know. I will get into that in a second. But so I figured I wanted to give them all a conjoined building with their indoor sections, and that obviously brought me to some problems in terms of how do I get them all to come together in this one place but have the visitors walk around. And so, the whole layout of it I think will be more clear in the following videos. It's not that important for what we're doing today. Today you just need to know that obviously takes a kind of a complicated building to get that done, and I'm really happy with how the building turned out and how it is laid out. The layout of the building I'm really happy with. But unfortunately we don't get to place any animals here, and it's also absolutely not done yet. This is just the base structure, but because it is kind of complicated, it took me a while to work on this. So basically there is still a lot of stuff missing, a lot of details that I didn't want to get into because I didn't know if maybe I'll have to change some stuff up. I have the very, very real fear that I might have to change the entire entrances that the bears can walk through, because traversable areas, there's a good chance that they can't walk through them. But what is the proverb? I'll cross the bridge when I get to it. I hope I won't have to, but I mean, could happen. So yeah, this is very kind of a complicated building. It is it has multiple levels, which I actually love about it. I think that it's interesting looking despite being kind of ugly, because this is obviously a backstage thing, so they wouldn't make it super, super beautiful. But I do want to work on making some parts of it more beautiful, where I would expect the employees to spend more time. So there's like an upstairs area that I've placed what are they called? Vending machines and a table, and that is kind of like a placeholder for actually wanting to make a beautiful, or at least a not that ugly staff place, because you want your staff to be happy. And if you put that much money into a building like this and a project like this where all the bears have this really cool section, and the visitors get to have this trail that they can walk and explore the bears and all that, you could take some more money and make it nice for your employees. So I will get to that, but for now I was kind of focusing more on the base structure, and all the details that are in here are more or less like they are more or less for me to see if everything works the way that I'm intending to. And then I will have, once all the bears are in, all the enclosures are done, I'll have another little episode where I fix this up and make it more detailed and more beautiful. There's a lot of little gaps and stuff that I haven't tend to yet, but I absolutely will. But yeah, for now it was more about making it all work, because obviously you don't just need entrances for the bears, you also need an entrance for your keepers. You need the keepers to get everywhere within this, and they more or less can. They can't really get to the indoor section of the bears that will be up front on this trail. I haven't really decided on which bear to put where, and even if I did, right now I can literally not think of their English names. I know that to the backside there will be the grizzlies, but the other bears, I have not decided which way around I want them, and I don't remember their names in English, so, tough luck. Yeah, so, there was one thing I wanted to say, actually, earlier, where I was like, I'll talk about it later. Oh, yeah, we were spending a lot of time lately on non-enclosure builds, and I've gotten some nice comments saying that you don't really mind, and that is really helping me feel less stressed, but I kind of want to tackle that, and one of the things I'm thinking is, do I want to start more series? I know that I already have quite a few, but I have so many ideas, and as a person who has a hard time staying concentrated, I do often feel like more projects are more fun to me. However, I understand that that also means that the projects that are currently running will take more time, and then with Planet Zoo videos, there's always this thing of like, will I send it to the lay designer and would she tour it? Like, that is a very real thing to think about with these videos. So there is an actual interest in being fast, other than, not wanting to make others wait for it. But yeah, I don't know yet. I have so many ideas, and I don't want to hold back. I don't want to forget about them. I don't want to wait until I'm not psyched about them anymore. So I might add more stuff. I might work on the schedule in a way where the persisting ones are actually continuing, and there's one that I might just do as like a little side thing, so an additional video maybe. I mean, I'm not even working with my schedule right now, but well, I might. So yeah, that's all out in the open. So my only question is, like, would it really annoy you if there were even more series on the channel? Like, if you say, no, I don't want more, please stick to the stuff you're doing right now, then I might just pre-record some stuff when I really feel like the creative juices are there for something else, and keep it for a later stage. But I don't know, I wouldn't really prefer that. I would like to post the stuff that I do, because I'll be excited about them. But yeah, there is basically one more series. I'm sorry, someone's having a motorcycle outside of my window. But yeah, I can totally see both sides of it. I have one series that I kind of want to add that I don't want to work on continuously, and kind of more when I have the time and energy to it, because I'm not really working with a lot of inspiration pictures, and that one will absolutely require inspiration pictures. So I might kind of add this, but not as a thing that has a real schedule that is coming up bi-weekly. No, is it called bi-weekly if it's every other week? It's every other week, whatever. So one just one that sometimes just pops up. You don't expect it, it's just there. And then the other thing I could potentially do as like smaller videos and add them as a third video for each week, which also be fun because I really love that this channel is like growing pretty like good. It's a good pace. So that might help with that. And I also do kind of want to tackle a franchise somewhere in the future. Not within the next few months though, but I do kind of want to do that. I've never played franchise, so it'll just be chaotic. It'll be closer to comedy than it will be to gaming or zoo content. You'll just feel sorry for me if you see me try franchise. I can tell you already, because I've never played it and I'm horrible at managing things, really bad. So I am a very creative person, not a very organized person. So I'm scared of franchise, but I don't know. I also see the comedic value in someone horribly failing. So yeah, that is something that I have in mind, but for later down the line. But in terms of just creative sandbox things, I really have more. I don't know. I just love creative stuff so much. So let me know if that would bother you, or if you even say like, no, please, more. I would love that. But yeah, that is where I stand right now in terms of like content. I have more ideas than time, and that is the only thing. Like if it came down to ideas, I could probably post every day, but when it comes to time, I can barely do 2, but I wish I don't know. Oh my god, I'm really putting too much on my plate, but I really want the full plate. But yeah, I don't know. We will see. We'll just see. But if you have like a input on that, I would appreciate that. And if you don't, then hey, it's good too. But yeah, I've cut out a lot in this video actually. So there are little jumps in here because I'm also not used to, and this is gonna sound weird, but I'm not used to building not pretty. So this building obviously has more of it has to be useful and it has to work, and that is kind of hard to me. And then the other thing is I also couldn't do the entire like front area of it. Like it'll be having space for like parking, for utility like vehicles and stuff. So it will have that, but for me to be able to do that, I'll have to know what is around it and how the vehicles are going to come in from what direction, and all that stuff. I can't really do that when it's going out into an open field. Also because there's a lot of height elevations, like height differences going on here, which further complicates it. And I'm aware that in the end, like height differences always make stuff look cool, but they are a bit, harder to work with when you're trying to plan out something. But yeah, I just know we will get there, but I know that there will be multiple episodes or I guess videos spent just with this project of the bears. The next one will definitely be one of the what are they called? The exhibits? No. Enclosures? How often do I hear and say that word? I literally watch 90% of what I watch is Planet Zoo videos, and I can't think of the word. Like the place where the animal lives is the thing, like with nature and stuff like that. Okay, this is not getting better, but you know what I'm talking about. That we'll work on next. So we will probably get all the bears done and then go back to making this area pretty. Then we'll work on the rest of the zoo, and then once the surrounding area is done, we will work on the parking lot and like all of that. So for now, this is a huge work in progress that we will go back and forth on and hopefully get done. Not hopefully get done. We will get done, but hopefully it won't take super long to get done. And as always, we are going to be making a little bit of a tour in a real-time part. There's still a lot of, like I said, a lot of corners that are not done, and it literally just goes out into an open field. There are no stables really inside where the bears can go in, and that will all come later. I think I will do each of the stables when I'm building for the actual bear, because then I will have the animal in and I'll be able to see, the traversable area, because there's no point in me building like stables like dividers and everything and then realizing that it is too narrow for the bear to go through and then essentially have to do it again. So I'll just do it once the bears are actually there. And kind of save some time and nerves there. And right now you can see me, well, it happened before, but now also on the outside you can kind of see me at this, like a pop of color, which was sort of missing before, and it still kind of is, but now it is at a point where I'm like, that is a realistic amount of missing color for like this very just like a building that has to be useful and not pretty. I think it's the perfect amount of, they try to make it pretty, but that's not the point of the building, right? So I bring out some of the green that I already have on the inside, and I think green always ties in nicely with these zoo buildings. I also, at that point, realized that the lighting was horrible, so I hope that you could actually see stuff before that. But yeah, sometimes I don't really notice that the light is bad. I don't know if my screen is like turned too brightly, but I only ever notice very late that it is super dark. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's coming together now. I think that the front already looks pretty good. Obviously the sides and everything, they're not done and they will be covered up by so many trees later on, but that is like I said, it's all for the future, and it is all once the bears are in. So yeah, I think I'll say goodbye now, because we only have a couple of seconds left actually, and then we will go to the real-time part. So see you in 17 seconds. I don't know why I always do that. Okay, right. Is it just me, or does it look kind of sad? I don't know why, but it felt prettier while I was building, and now it's like, it looks so sad and gray. It almost looks like a prison. But I know that I'm just thinking this right now because I'm used to having everything like overgrown and like built into the nature, and this is literally what it looks like right now. This is also huge, and I'm aware of it. Like, this is the size of almost of the cheetah habitat. But I mean, this is for three different species. Actually, 4 different species. 3 bears and the employees. Not calling them a species, just humans are a species. Well, whatever. This is actually so pretty. I don't think we pay enough attention to how detailed and cute these buildings actually are. Like, this is the big staff building. It's so nice. I wish someone was like, I mean, probably someone did, but take all of these like individual pieces and like the laptop and the chairs and everything, and just make them into items that we can place individually, or like these drinking things. That is so cute. Oh my god, I love that. Okay, well, I didn't build this, but if you ever around, look into these, because also this is the keeper thing. This is also really good. And this is actually exactly what these like keeper things look like. Oh, I didn't notice that I put a wall there, but yeah, I think we can't really change that. But and then also this is actually also really cool. I don't know if you've ever noticed, but I mean, this is the there's missing a tile on the floor. Oh, whatever. But this is the vet clinic actually, and if an animal is brought to the vet, it's actually in here. Like you can see it. Like they do stuff with it. That is crazy. And again, like I wish someone did like take this and the glass and all of that. That would be such useful pieces, and they were basically in the game. But yeah, I don't know. That was just my little rant. Okay, so obviously this whole area out front right here, that will be all edited once I know what is waiting for us here. By the way, I'm on it with the blueprints for the playground. I'm just saying. But yeah, also maybe like windows. I'm not sure. Okay, this is not entirely done. This is just really getting the structure done because, okay, let us actually go into the explore mode to really show you why this is kind of complicated. Because you go in here and then right here, this is a space for one of the indoor sections for one of the bears. So here you go out onto the actual thing for one of the bears. So this will be one of the bears' outdoor area. Okay, let's go back. And so we have this area, and because I wanted the bears to still get like natural light, it is this like open split floor thing, so the keepers can walk up here, but up top there will be a skylight so that the bears actually can get natural light down here. And then because the way that the terrain is, the others are higher up, you go up a staircase here and come into this more open area over here. And this is actually like looking down onto the area that I just have shown you. And then over here, we will build the indoor section for, I'm sorry, I keep falling through the floor, but for the indoor section for the grizzlies, so they are on this side. I can also show you when we go outside. Right here, I think I want to put like some flowers, like maybe the keepers are taking care of some flowers that need some attention over here because it has this big window and it is kind of a weird area. So yeah. And over here, I mean, obviously this isn't done. This is the exit into the grizzly area. That is also not done. That will be the last part we do because I want this to also have a cool area from this side for the guests. Oh, and by the way, obviously the guests, they come up here, they walk around, and they go back down over here. So that is the trail that I was talking about. And then going back down here, right here we have a little bit of a like chill area for the staff. It will be more like this. It will be more detailed later on. Once everything is in place, I think I have a better vision for what still needs something and what doesn't. It was also a pain to get this all done. That these that is the fighting, but we won't look at that right now. But to have these railings not go through any walls and stuff, that was so hard to do. I think I cut out a lot of struggling around with paths. I don't know what to do with this corner. I'll probably just keep like utensils and stuff. And then this is a window into the last bear. And this is actually the only part that doesn't actually have, like, it has the stairs to give you the idea, but there's no path underneath here. So, because it would have been too thick down under, whatever. So over here, that would be the indoor section for the last bear. And I'll show you in a second how to get out. Actually, we can do it now. Here is actually another door. So here is the path. Oh, I can't get here. Okay. That was just with like the camera, but okay, let's just go up. Whoop. And this is actually the last enclosure. That was the one that we're going to be working on first. And like I said, I have already prepared this. This was actually given me the idea for that, funnily enough. Like, that wasn't planned. I just wanted an animal here. And I kind of knew that I wanted the grizzlies over there, and then everything just happened in between. But, okay, this is what I wanted to show you. So, over here, this is how you get to the exit for the other enclosure. And it's looking down onto this indoor section, just to give it natural light. The other ones will also have natural lights. And then one last thing, what was really important for me was that this had actually a somewhat natural look, because right here there will be a bridge going over, and I didn't really want this to look like a huge building that you're looking at and kind of forget that there's a building. Obviously you know that there's a building, but with this more natural wall, it kind of, sinks in more into nature, because I'm not sure, maybe I'll have the path kind of go away a bit from it. I'm not sure though, but and so we could have plants in between or something. But that is there are a lot of things that I will do once I get to it. Also, the roof will be there once I get to it. And I think the roof also probably will give this view of it a bit more dynamic. I do like this sticky out part. I think that makes it quite modern, and that I'm happy with. But I think this is too flat still. But still, really flat, not really unrealistic for a building like that. So, yeah, I don't know. I'll make up my mind. And in the meantime, I hope that you're excited for that. And I hope you're excited for the bears. I hope you're not mad that this was just like a really ugly brick of concrete for you today. But, you need those, and the visitors won't actually see it as such, because I planned this pathway to sort of, hold on, let me show you, to sort of go like, oh, well, that wasn't planned. Oh, to go like this, like take this direction, so sort of away from this, so they don't really get to like look at this head on. And then obviously here will be something to obstruct the view anyway. So yeah, with all that being said, I hope that I'll see you around another time, and I hope that you're excited for the beer trail, because that will be taking a few episodes. Alright, have a good day. Bye!